Happy Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen. You join me for some last minute FUD busting. We're here to talk about two very common arguments that I've been hearing all over the place in the last few days. I mean, I've been hearing it a lot over time, but really it's become so apparent in the last few days, it really is worth discussing. Now, the main one, and the first one that we're going to get into, you'll probably know because it is in the title of this video. Now, as you will see from the thumbnail as well, what I have done is I have put it in quotation marks, which means, of course, it isn't words of my own. The words are, "I lost everything on AMC stock, it is time to quit." And I wanted to address this because it is all over the place, as I said. I'm hearing this, fair enough, on the message boards, I'm hearing this on sites all over the place, but I'm also hearing this in some places in the mainstream media. And this is worth addressing now more than ever as these voices become more and more apparent. So as always, guys, I must say before we do dive in, it's only my opinion, it is not financial advice, it's just what I believe. I may be right, I may be wrong, but do your own research and come to your own conclusions. But if you can, do subscribe, you will be helping me out. Anyway, now we're going to dive in, and I just want to talk about this topic first. So we could bring up messages around this, but you guys have probably already seen it all over the place, and I do not want to bring up any messages for the bears on the screen, because they probably could use this against me for some copyright reason. So what I want to speak about is this message, as I have been saying, about, people have been losing money on AMC, I've lost everything on AMC, and it's time to give up. I want to address this real quick, because first things first, okay, AMC, some people have bought in at 40, some people bought in at 30, some people bought in at 70. But I'm hearing these messages that everybody has bought in around 60, around 70, around 72 at the highs. This is absolutely not true. And I understand that people in the media are going to try and skew this to make it look like it is a case, but you who have been here for a long time, as I know, a lot of people haven't been in AMC at a price of 72. A lot of people got in at a price of 2 down here, at a price of 5, at a price of 20, at a price of 15. I know for myself, I joined the movement late, and even I got in at 15. So it just goes to show, there's been months and months and months where the majority of people, emphasis on the majority, have had the opportunity to load up in this zone. They've loaded up in this zone, and then they've had the big run up. So let's say you loaded up at this time period. We're going to call this around $15 to $25, roughly. Obviously, it is lower than that, but we're just going to over-exaggerate to make a point. Let's say people who bought in this time period, they bought in at between 15 and 25. Well, they would still be in the money up until this point. And I understand that some people are out of the money right now with AMC. People did buy in at this time, and anywhere in between. But let's face it, guys. It's a big piece of FUD that I'm hearing all over the place that all apes bought in at 70 and have sold since because they got scared. It's a very small amount of people who bought in at 70. And if you bought in at 70, that's not necessarily the worst thing. Of course, I am not a financial advisor. I'm going to tell you what I say with every stock. If you're happy to buy more, buy more. If you're happy to sell more, sell. It's not for me to tell you what to do. But it is for me to point out something that is blatantly obvious. A lot of people bought in around this period. So the story of most apes are selling, everybody's losing money. Of course, there are going to be people who win, even in the eventuality of a MOAS. People are going to win, but some people would even buy the top of a MOAS, and there are going to be some losers. But right now, this story about people losing everything on AMC, I just don't believe it. Long-term apes, as these people are portraying that they are, long-term apes haven't lost anything. And by the way, guys, if you're not a long-term ape and you hold AMC, credit to you still, because of course, whatever time you join the movement, that's not necessarily bad, but I'm just trying to give you the wider picture. Most people here, in my opinion, and looking at the chart, are going to be still in the money. Anyway, the second thing that I want to get onto is the negative arguments about AMC. Now, another thing that I want to talk about on this. So I'm going to go into this more tomorrow in a detailed video, I think. But I'm hearing more and more news, and I have been doing more and more research, saying that some of the people who are short on AMC are actually long in other places in the same industry. And this is really confusing, but it does also make perfect sense. So it just shows that the argument that they're using, whilst it doesn't hold up anymore because AMC is doing well, it shows that actually they had intentions in other places. Because of course, if you short AMC whilst betting on another movie theatre branch, you're assuming that AMC is perhaps going to go bankrupt, and its clients are going to be picked up by the company which you are actually long on. And I think that there is potentially a massive conflict in interest, because how can you give an analyst rating on a stock like this, for example, or just a rating or a price target on a stock like this, when you are long on its competitor, and give that out, without even disclosing that information? Sometimes, guys, when I give you what I am looking for, whether it be with AMC or other stocks, I like to make it very clear to you guys why I think that is the case. Sometimes I'm long on the stock, sometimes I am not. But in this instance, I think AMC, we already know where we are. I say this every single time, but it's ever so true. More and more is coming to light, and the arguments that they're using are becoming weaker and weaker. But that is just some last minute FUD that I want to get out of the way and talk about in this short video. So I know it's been highly opinion based, and I know there hasn't been much to look at on the screen, but I hope you did learn something from it, so thank you for watching. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.